Hi there, my name is LaMothe. I'm a computer scientist, electrical engineer, game developer, author, professor, and the CEO of Nerve Networks. Yes, I am a very busy guy. What makes something intriguing and gets people invested in games is that somehow you have to make a connection with that person, the player, on an emotional level. You have to invest them in the story or the characters of the game. And this is really hard to do. So if you played a game, if you're a gamer, there's lots of games that check all the boxes off. They look amazing. They have amazing graphics, amazing sound. They spent tons of money, 50, $100 million making the game, but it's still no fun to play. You play it for a few minutes and you just don't care, right? You just like, whatever. Then other games, it could be the simplest game, like Tetris, I'll make an example. And somehow it hooks you, right? So it hooks you and you just want to play a little bit more and a little bit more. So the key to making a successful game is you have to figure out in your story or in your characters, you have to make a connection to the player so they can relate to it, so they have an emotional investment in it, and that's how you get people to be interested in your game. So whatever it is that you're going to make, you have to think about how can I make this relatable to the person. Now, obviously, most people haven't been out to space and they haven't been in giant wars with aliens, but there are other things that are analogous to those things, right? And so that's how you have to kind of work your story so that people can feel like, I've been in a situation like that. Maybe it wasn't with an alien or a giant mech robot, but it was with something else. I was bullied, right? Maybe I was bullied. And so these aliens are bullying this other planet and they don't have the technology to defend themselves. So that's something people can relate to, whatever it is. Or time. Maybe somebody doesn't have a lot of time and they're always running around. Anything that you can do to make a connection, that is the most important thing. All right. Now, when you do your pitches or whatever you're going to do, the other important thing is you have to be able to distill your game into a sentence or a paragraph, and it has to have a hook. So you have to be able to describe it in just like a sentence, and someone can get it very quickly. No one is going to want to listen to the giant backstory about how, Commander Blake, he was born on this off-world planet, and he didn't have parents, and he worked his way up the ranks, and no one's going to care about that. That's great, and you need all that. You need all that detail. But what people are going to want to hear is kind of like, what's the hook? What's the deal about this thing? So it's like this. Something crashes, and so this alien takes me, and we go back in time to fix the future. Whatever. That's it. That's the hook. That's the story. You can say it in a sentence. That's kind of what you need to be able to do to describe your game. So you got to figure out some kind of something about it that's interesting that, ideally hasn't been done before. I know it feels like everything's been done, but every now and then we see something new. So, you have to try and figure out something new, some new way to look at something, express something, tell a story, so it does not seem derivative. Because, I've seen every sci-fi movie in existence, every single one of them, right? And, after a while, they all become derivative. There was a time where everything was new. Every single game was new, right? Every single game. Now every game looks like every other game. There's a zillion first-person shooters, right? So anyway, when you're doing your story, try to be original. I know that's hard to do. Try to be original, but keep the goal of the story, keep the goal of the characters, something simple that people can relate to, get invested in, and have some emotion. So they feel something. That'll get them interested in reading the next page of your story and looking at all your storyboards and so forth. So anyway, good luck, and I hope all of you do really well in this exercise. And it was nice talking to you all.